Rule number 5. If the subject is a title of any book, movie, drama, etc., the subject becomes singular. The subject becomes singular. Okay, what was the sentence number 6? What was the sentence number 6?
Yes, sir. The tree with yellow leaves is
Yes.
very old.
Okay. Write down, if the subject is a phrase, if the subject is a phrase, the number of the subject should be according to the head word in the phrase, the head word in the phrase. Next sentence.
Sir, it's the teacher with so many other students have visited the book fair.
Okay, write down rule number 7. If there are two items, if there are two items in the subject, and they are joined by like as well as with, like as well as with, comma, the number of the subject is according to the first item, is according to the first item. Yes, next sentence.
The fish was colorful.
Yes. In English, rule number 8, in English, fish and sheep are the two nouns which occur OCCUR, occur means વાક્યમાં આવવું, which occur as a singular and plural, in the same form, Therefore, the number of this subject should be according to the indication in the sentence. Sentence number 9 and question number 9. The area of Rajkot is larger than Junagadh. What is the error in this sentence? What is the error in this sentence? Yes, Baldev. Baldev Kalia. Nisha Solanki. Payal.
Yes, sir. Sir, it should be larger than the area of Junagadh.
Okay, very good. The answer is the area of Rajkot is larger than Junagadh. At first sight, at first idea, we think that there is nothing error, there is nothing wrong. But actually, in this sentence, we have compared two incomparable things. Okay. For example, on the one hand, we have an area of Rajkot, and on the one hand, we have an area of Junagadh. Junagadh. So on the one hand, we have Junagadh, and on the one hand, we have area of Rajkot. So we are comparing area of Rajkot and Junagadh. We are not comparing area of Rajkot and area of Junagadh. And that is why this sentence can be misleading. It can have mismeaning. For example, if I say that my shirt is costly, then Ramesh. If I write like this, that my shirt is costlier than Ramesh, that means that my shirt is of rupees 450 and price of Ramesh is hardly 400. So we are comparing the two. The answer should be the area of Rajkot is larger than that of Junagadh. That means area. It should be that of Junagadh. That means the area of Junagadh. The area of Rajkot is larger than that of Junagadh. Write down rule number 9. Rule number 9. Rule number 9. In the sentences of comparative degree, in the sentences of comparative degree, there should be the comparison between, there should be the comparison between two comparable things. Two comparable things. In above sentence, in above sentence, the area of Rajkot, the area of Rajkot is compared to, is compared to Junagadh, is compared to Junagadh. It should be, it should be, it should be the area of Junagadh. It should be the area of Junagadh. This is very important sentence and very important question. Okay. William Shakespeare is one of the greatest playwrights. Playwrights means the person who write a drama. Okay. The person who write drama is called playwright. Shakespeare is one of the greatest playwrights who has written tragedies as well as comedies. First of all, I will ask you to translate this sentence. Okay. First of all, please try to translate this sentence into Gujarati. Then we will discuss about the error. First of all, please tell me, how will you translate this sentence? Here you can, playwrights means natyakar. So please raise your hand and tell me what should be the translation. Yes, Payal.
શેક્સપિયર એવા મહાન નાટ્ય લેખકોમાંનો એક છે જેમને કરુણ અને રમૂજી નાટકો બંને લખ્યા છે.
Good. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Hardik.
શેક્સપિયર એવા નાટ્યકાર છે કે જે રમૂજી અને રહસ્યમય કથાઓ લખે છે.
Megha. Megha. Nisha, Devanshi.
એવા મહાન નાટ્યકારો જેમણે રમૂજી અને કોમેડી નાટકો લખ્યા છે, શેક્સપિયર એમાંના એક છે.
Mahavir,
શેક્સપિયર એક એવા નાટ્યકારોમાંના એક છે જેમને રમૂજી તેમજ દુઃખદ નાટકો લખ્યા છે.
okay. Now tell me, what is the error? What is the error? Payal,
It should be have in place of has.
it should be have. Why have?
Uh, uh, આપણે have કે has greatest playwrights માટે લખવાનું છે, so it should be have.
You are almost right, 99% right. Only you did not explain it fully. Okay, let me explain. Whenever there is a sentence and there is a relative pronoun who in the middle of the sentence, when there is a sentence with who in the middle of the sentence, not in the first position in question form, but in the middle position somewhere in the sentence, then this will be subject of this part. If there is who, then this part is one more clause, one more part of the sentence, and this should be the subject. Now here we have to be a verb here. Now this verb should be singular or plural. If this who is singular, then we will put here singular verb. If this who is plural, then we will have to put according to it. Now the question is how to decide whether this who is singular or plural. And the rule is this who, if it is singular or plural, it depends upon the nearest, the closest noun. Now what is the closest noun? The closest noun is playwrights. Now playwrights is plural, therefore this who is should be plural, and therefore here it should be the plural verb. That means here it should be have. Now this who is not for Shakespeare, remember. If this who is for Shakespeare, then has is okay. If this who is for playwrights, then it should be plural verb, that means have. So the error is the has should be replaced by have. Write down rule number 9. 10. Rule number 10. If there is who, in the middle of the sentence, its number should be according to the nearest noun and the verb following who should be according to it. In the above sentence, who is for playwright? Who is for playwrights? And not for Shakespeare. Therefore, who is considered as plural? and and it should be followed by have, not has. It should be followed by have, not has. Yes, very interesting sentence. You are a pronoun. You pronoun છે. You are a pronoun. Tell me, what is the error? You are a pronoun. You સર્વનામ છે. Now what is the error? Yasraj,
સર is આવશે આરની જગ્યાએ.
why is in place of are?
તો સર અત્યારે યુના સંદર્ભમાં નહીં, આપણે પ્રોનાઉનના સંદર્ભમાં લખવાનું છે એટલે is આવશે.
50% you are right, but you could not explain. Okay, anybody else who can explain that why it should be is instead of are? Just tell me the reason why it should be is instead of are. That I want to know. The answer we got that are is wrong. It should be is. Okay, answer is final. Now I just want to explanation. I just want to know why is, why not are. Yes, Raj.
હા સર,
Say.
સર મેં કીધું એ જ કે આપણે પ્રોનાઉનના સંદર્ભમાં લખવાનું છે ને એટલે is આવશે.
Okay, Payal.
Here we are using you as noun.
You as a noun.
You is subject of this sentence.
Okay. Now you are 75% close. Now slight adding and the work is over. Okay, let me edit. Here, when you put single inverted comma, that means you are talking about you, the word. You means, what is the general meaning of you? The general meaning of you is the listener. If I say that you are clever, that means that you means you people. Okay, you are listener, and this general meaning of you is the listener. But in this sentence here, you is not in that sense. Here it is single inverted comma, and we are talking about the word you, not listener, but the word you. It is a noun, so therefore it is third person singular. It is third person singular, not second person, and therefore it should be is. Write down rule number 11. Rule number 11. If the subject is in single inverted comma, if the subject is in single inverted comma, it means that we cannot take the general meaning of the word word. But we have to take spatial referential meaning. But we have to take spatial referential meaning. Read it and tell me where is the problem. I have been waiting for her since last 3 hours. Yes, Nayun.
Since ની જગ્યાએ 4 આવે.
Okay, since is wrong and it should be 4. Why?
કારણ કે ચોક્કસ સમય હોય ને ત્યારે તમે આઈ થિંક સિન્સ વાપરી શકો અને અચોક્કસ સમય જ્યારે હોય ત્યારે 4 વાપરી શકો.
Your answer is right, but your explanation is not right. You have answered well, but you could not explain it. Anyone else? Anyone else? I want explanation. The answer is given. Then
Sir.
here it should be 4. Here it should be 4 and not since. The answer is given. But I want explanation. What is the difference between since and for? Where to use since and where to use for? That is what I want.
સર યરની વાત હોય ને ત્યારે સિન્સ હોય. સિન્સ.
Yes, Nisha.
જ્યારે સમયગાળો દર્શાવ્યો હોય ને ત્યારે 4 હોય અને ચોક્કસ સમય હોય ને તો સિન્સ હોય.
Okay.
સમયગાળોમાં અમુક સમયથી અમુક સમય સુધી કીધું હોય ને તો 4 હોય.
Okay.
2 કલાક કીધું હોય તો 4 લાગે.
Okay. It is almost right. 99% right. The slight missing. Slight, you could not use the proper words. That was the problem. Okay. Now, anyone else? Okay, no. When there is a measured time, remember, when there is a measured time, how will we measure the time? We measure the time in second, we measure the time in hours, we measure the time in years, days. When we measure the time, then it should be 4. And if we give the name of the point of the time, if we give the name of the time point, then it should be 4. Let me give you an example. For example, if I say that we have been enjoying our freedom since 1947. We have been enjoying our freedom since 1947. Okay. Now 1947 is actually a time point. For example, this is a timeline and here is the present moment. I am talking to you, you are talking to me. This is the present moment, this is past, this is future. Now this is one point and it is 1947. It is a time point. Okay, so if you are using time point, then you should use since. But I don't want to use the time point. Then I will have to measure from here to here, from here to here. Then how many years? How many years it will be? Here it is 2020. So how many years? 2020 minus 1947. 7, and that should be almost 74 years. So it is a measured time. It is called measured time. It is also called time span. So it is time point. 1947 is a time point, and 74 years is a time span. It is a measured time span. So if you are using measured time span, then use 4. If you are using directly the name of the time point, then you should use since. The same thing can be applicable in spatial line also. This was timeline. Remember, this was timeline. If I now draw the space line, for example, here is a Rajkot. You go National Highway 8, then it should be Gondar, and then Jodhpur, and then Junagadh, and then Somnath. Now these are the points. These are the names of the point. Okay, Gondal is the name of the point in space line. Jodhpur is the name of the point in space line. Junagadh and Somnath. But if we want to measure, then from this distance should be 45, this should be 75, this should be 99. So you can measure also, and you can directly give the name also. So if you are giving the name, then you use since. If you measure it and give the span, then you should use 4. Okay, next rule, write down. Write down. In continuous perfect present tense, in continuous perfect present tense, preposition since can be used
Sir, you got muted.
since is used with time point. And for is used with measured time span. With measured time span. Think about it. This is, again I tell you, very important sentence, very important exercise, example of very important exercise. In so many competitive exams, you will find this example. Tell me, what is the error? what is the error? Think carefully, peacefully, nothing to hurry, and then speak. Yes, Manali.
I think will help you won't come twice in a sentence.
So,
Earlier we describe only na, that neither I will help you nor my friend. Then sentence complete.
no, that is not the point. That is not the error. There is something else, and that else is very important. It is very, very interesting. It is very, very, very useful details. Nisha, Nisha, Nayum.
નાઈતર જ્યારે કરતામાં હોય ને ત્યારે એકવચન નું રૂપ આવે એટલે કે આઈ ની જગ્યાએ યુ આવશે એકવચન નું રૂપ એટલે વિલ ની જગ્યાએ શેલ આવશે.
No. No, that is not the point. Mahavir, Mahavir.
યસ સર, અલ્પવિરામ વધારાનું લાગે છે.
No, here the first clause is over. So when the clause is over, then it should be comma. Otherwise there can be, the mismeaning. Anyone else?
સર કે નહીં?
Yes, Parekh.
સર યુ ની જગ્યાએ મી આવશે. હા, લાસ્ટ યુ છે ને, લાસ્ટ યુ યા.
No. How can I change the detail of the sentence? We are here to change only the grammar of the sentence, not the detail of the sentence. You cannot tell me, sir, put here Ramesh. Do not put here I. That will change the detail of the sentence. We should not change the detail of the sentence. We are here just to change the grammar of the sentence. So we are finding the grammatical errors, not pragmatic errors. Anyone else? No one? Okay, let me explain. There are so many conjunctions in English language. And what is the role of the conjunction? The role of the conjunction is they close two sentences, two clauses. One clause and then another clause, and here you have to put conjunction. Sometimes conjunction should be in the first position, conjunction, and then clause number 1, and then comma, and then clause number 2. There are two types of conjunction. Some occur in the middle position and some occur in the first position. Okay, for example, when I saw a lion, I began to run. Clause number 1, I saw a lion, that is clause number 1. I began to run, that is clause number 2. The conjunction is when, and it is in the first position. So when conjunction is the first position, then here it should be comma. When the clause is over, then it should be comma. And if the conjunction is in the middle position, comma is not needed. Okay, that's fine. Now there are many conjunction which have negative sense. For example, neither. For example, no. For example, hardly. For example, no sooner. The conjunction with negative sense. Okay. So whenever you are using the conjunction with negative sense, after that you must have the sentence pattern of question, not statement. I repeat, you should have the sentence pattern of question, not statement. For example, in this, when is the conjunction? Now, when is not with negative sense, and therefore here it is a statement. Statement means first of all subject and then verb. Okay, that is statement. Now here, if you are using neither, if you are using neither, now it is with negative sentence, negative sense. So here it should be the sentence structure of question, not statement. And therefore, you will have to write, neither will I help you, not I will help you. This is very important. Whenever there is conjunction with negative sense, the remaining sentence pattern should be in question form, not in statement form. You should not write I will. You should write will I. Okay. Another example. No sooner did the teacher enter the classroom than the students became silent. Here, conjunction is no sooner is conjunction. Another conjunction is than. It is a pair of conjunction. No sooner and there, they are pair. Neither and nor, they are pair. Either and or, they are pair. So it is the example of pair conjunction. This is the first part of the pair and this is the second part of the pair. And when you look this carefully, you will find that this is with negative sense and this is with positive sense. And this is with negative sense. Therefore, this sentence structure is question. It is not statement. It did not begin with subject. It begin with auxiliary verb. It is a question form. Okay. Now here then is a positive. So therefore, the subject started. The sentence starts with the student. The subject started with the subject, not auxiliary. It is a statement. It is a question. આ વાત તમને સમજાણી બરાબર? જેને જેને સમજાણી હોય એ ઊંચો હાથ કરો પ્લીઝ. જેને જેને આ ભેજામાં ઉતર્યું હોય એ જરા પ્લીઝ ઝડપથી ઊંચો હાથ કરો એટલે મને ખ્યાલ આવે કે કોને કોને સમજાણું કોને કોને નથી સમજાણું. So that I can explain you in Gujarati. If you do not know what I told you, then I am ready to tell you in Gujarati. There are only 10 peoples who raised their hands. 11 people who raised their hands out of 37. Parmar, okay. Tara, okay. Okay, let me explain you in Gujarati. કંજક્શન એટલે શું? તો કે બે ઉપવાક્યોને જોડે એને કંજક્શન કહેવાય. કેટલાક કંજક્શન પેરમાં હોય, જોડમાં હોય, જેમ કે neither nor, no sooner than. કેટલાક કંજક્શન પેરમાં હોય. એ પેરમાંથી જે પાર્ટ નેગેટિવ સેન્સ ધરાવતો હોય એની પાછળ ક્વેશ્ચનની રચના મૂકવી, સ્ટેટમેન્ટની રચના મૂકવી નહીં. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, અહીંયા નો સુનર છે એ ક્વેશ્ચન, નો સુનર છે એ નેગેટિવ સેન્સ ધરાવે છે. નો એટલે નેગેટિવ થયું ને, તો નેગેટિવ સેન્સ ધરાવે છે, તો આની પાછળ આપણે ક્વેશ્ચનની રચના મુકાય, સ્ટેટમેન્ટની રચના ન મુકાય. ક્વેશ્ચનની રચના મૂકવી એટલે શું? તો કે ક્વેશ્ચનની રચના મૂકવી એટલે કર્તાની આગળ સહાયકારક ક્રિયાપદ હોવું જોઈએ. વાક્ય કર્તાથી શરૂ ન થવું જોઈએ, નહીં તો એ પોઝિટિવ સેન્સ થઈ જાય, નહીં તો એ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ થઈ જાય. તો આપણે ટીચરની આગળ મૂક્યું did, so it is a question structure. Here then positive છે, then positive છે એટલે આપણે સ્ટેટમેન્ટની રચના રાખવાની, એટલે કર્તાથી શરૂ કરવાનું. the students, એમાં આગળ સહાયકારક ક્રિયાપદ આવે નહીં, એમાં ક્વેશ્ચન રચનાની જરૂર નથી. કારણ કે then છે એ પોઝિટિવ સેન્સ ધરાવે છે, એટલે એની પાછળ સ્ટેટમેન્ટની રચના હોવી જોઈએ. રાઇટ ડાઉન ધ રૂલ લખી નાખો. If a pair conjunction is used, if a pair conjunction is used, in a sentence, the conjunction with negative sense, should be followed by a question structure, and not a statement, She is senior than you. She is senior than you. Please mute your audio. Nisha Solanki, please mute your audio, please. What is the problem? What is the error?
સર ધ્યાનની જગ્યાએ ટુ આવે.
Why two? Why
જ્યારે
not then?
સિનિયર
Why
ને એવી રીતે
not then? The second sentence that I have written is grammatically correct. I am smarter, cleverer than you. Nothing problem. But here it is problem. Here Nisa says that it should be 2. If here it then is okay, then why here then is not okay? My question is, if then is okay here, then why then is not okay here? That is a question. Yes, Bina. Bina, Khodani. Hardik. Hardik. Priyanka.
સર આઈ થિંક સેકન્ડ સેન્ટેન્સમાં ક્લેવરર છે એ કમ્પેરેટિવ ડિગ્રીનું છે કે કમ્પેર કરી છે આઈની યુ હારે એટલે એમાં ધ્યાન બરાબર છે પણ પહેલામાં સિનિયર જે છે એક તો એક વર્ડ જ છે ને કમ્પેરેટિવ ડિગ્રીનો વર્ડ નથી એટલે એની હારે ધ્યાન નહીં ટુ આવશે.
Very good. I am happy that you still remember each and everything that I taught you before 2 years, and that is a very good thing. Okay.
થેન્ક યુ સો મચ સર.
Now here, senior and cleverer. Now cleverer is the comparative degree form of clever. Clever, cleverer, and cleverest. But this is not comparative degree form. You cannot have the positive form of senior. Okay, you can have the positive form of cleverer, clever. Okay, cleverer is comparative degree form of clever. But here senior is not a comparative word. It is itself a new word. It is itself a word, not it is deduced from any positive degree form, and therefore it should be 2, not that. Write down rule. There are many words in English. There are many words in English which look like the forms of comparative degree. The forms of comparative degree, but they are not. But they are not. For example, junior, senior, elder, junior, senior, elder, full stop. They should be followed by 2, not than. They should be followed by 2, not than. They should be followed by 2, not than. The reason behind his fall is his bad habits. Let me translate the sentence for you. એ વ્યક્તિના પતન પાછળના કારણો તેની ખરાબ આદતો છે અથવા હતી. The reason behind his fall is his bad habits. તે વ્યક્તિની પતન પાછળના કારણો તેની ખરાબ આદતો છે. Any idea? Yes, Nitesh. Nitesh. Payal.
maybe is ની જગ્યાએ આર આવે.
No. Not at all. Bina. Hardik. Hardik. Again, this is the same problem. Yesterday, I told you that there are many sentences which we speak faulty because of our mother tongue. In the same way, here the problem is mother tongue. It is because of our knowledge of Gujarati we commit mistakes in English sometimes. Anyone? Yes, Priyanka.
I think the reason of આવશે, reason of
Yes.
his fall.
Yes, not behind, but it should be off. ની પાછળના કારણો એમ આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં બોલીએ છીએ. That doesn't mean that you translate word by word and you translate the word પાછળ as behind. Okay, the reason for, not of but for, the reason for his fall is his bad habits. So write down the correct sentence. The reason for, not behind. The reason for his fall is his bad habits. Here, we do not need to write a rule here because there is nothing like rule here. Just you have to remember that it should not be reason behind, it should be reason for. Okay, I have written 6 sentences. All of them are interesting. All of them will make you think deeply, and you have to think it, very attentively, read them very attentively, and then try to find out where is the error. Okay, so 6 sentences, and I give you only 6 minutes. Okay, after 6 minutes I will ask you. Yes. Okay. Let us discuss one by one. And first of all, raise your hand if you know anyone, at least any one of these. First of all, I would like to request you to translate the sentence and then tell me what is the error. First of all, you please translate the sentence and then please tell me what is the error. Sentence number 1. Payal.
ફર્સ્ટ સેન્ટેન્સ શું તમે આ બુકને તે બુકથી બદલી શકો?
Okay.
એન્ડ મે બી વિથની જગ્યાએ ફોર આવશે.
Very
કેન યુ
good.
એક્સચેન્જ ધીસ બુક ફોર ધેટ બુક?
Yes, very good. So when there is a matter of exchange, it should not be with, but it should be for. In Gujarati, we call it sathe. A book thi, a book sathe tame a book badli nakhso. But in English, it should not be with, it should be for. Okay, one is over. Now we move to the sentence number 2. Sentence number 2. Please raise your hand. Yes, Manali.
Sir, I think in the sentence there is an error with enough and big. We can't use enough and big alone simultaneously.
Then what should we use? Then what should we use? How will you correct this sentence? How will you correct this sentence?
I think 2 is to be added. The car is too big for 3 people.
No. Okay, I will explain it later. Number 3. She is too smart to cheat. She is too smart to cheat. She is too smart to cheat. First of all, translate it and then tell me the meaning. Yesterday, in the very first lecture, I explained you the sentence pattern 2 and 2. In the very first lecture, I explained the sentence pattern, the sentence structure 2 and 2. And it is the example of the same structure. Anyone? Okay, that also I will explain you later. In Diu, I met many foreign people. In Diu, I met many foreign people. Yes, Payal.
દીવમાં હું ઘણા વિદેશી લોકોને મળી હતી. Maybe I met many foreign people in Diu should be there.
No, that is not the error. Mahavir.
At Diu.
No. Anyone? Manali.
Sir, so many people? Foreign?
No. Let me tell you, there is nothing like foreign people. There is nothing like a word, phrase, foreign people. It should be foreigners. It should be foreigners. Foreign people is not used in English. Okay, that you have to just know. Now we move to sentence number 5. I cannot agree with your proposal. Payal.
હું આ પ્રપોઝલ સાથે એગ્રી નથી, and I think two should be there in place of with. I
Very good.
cannot agree to your proposal.
Very good. I cannot agree to your proposal. That I will explain you again later on. The last one. My spectacles is broken. My spectacles is broken. Janki. Janki.
My spectacle was broken.
Why are you changing the tense? Why are you changing the tense?
Broken છે એટલે.
No. Kashyap.
Is ની જગ્યાએ આર આવશે. Because
Very good.
spectacles
My
are not
spectacles
same.
are broken. Remember, in English, there are certain words which are always in plural. They are about one thing. For example, this is one thing. But even though it is one thing, it is taken as plural. And therefore, it should be are. Now I will explain you number 2. This is very important. I have written here one noun, and the noun is horse. Okay. This is one noun. Noun is horse. And before noun, I write a word black. And what is black? Black is adjective. Horse is noun. Horse is a noun, and adjective for that noun is black, and I have written it before horse. Is it clear? Okay. Now here I have written another noun, money. Money is a noun, and here it is about how much money. It is a determiner. It is like an adjective, and I wrote enough money. For example, I have enough money. Now enough can be used as adjective also, means before noun also, and if it is also used as adverbial or adverb, that means before the adjective, means it is with adjective also can be used, but when it is used with adjective, it should not be in post position, it should not be in preposition, it should be on post position. I repeat, big can be used as adjective also, big can be used as adverb also. If big is used and an adjective, it comes before the noun. If big is used an adverb, then it comes behind the adjective. For example, our example was big enough. I wrote big enough. Now big itself is adjective. Big itself is adjective, and we have used enough with big. Now big is adjective. So if we are using enough with another adjective, then it should be in post position, not in preposition. You cannot write enough big. You should write big enough. This car is big enough for 3 people. Is it clear? Is it clear? Did you understand it fully?
Sir,
Or
repeat
should
one
I
time.
go to Gujarati?
Sir, એક repeat કરો ને.
Okay. Enough શબ્દ એવો છે વિશેષણ તરીકે વપરાય અને ક્રિયા વિશેષણ તરીકે વપરાય. મતલબ નાઉનની સાથે વપરાય અને એડવર્બની એડજેક્ટિવની સાથે પણ વપરાય. નાઉનની સાથે વપરાય તો નાઉનની આગળ મૂકવાનો, એડજેક્ટિવ સાથે વાપરવાનો થાય તો એડજેક્ટિવની પાછળ મૂકવાનો. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ બિગ છે, બિગ પોતે એડજેક્ટિવ છે, બિગ કોઈ વસ્તુનું નામ નથી, બરાબર. બિગ પોતે એડજેક્ટિવ છે, જેમ કે બિગ ટેબલ, બિગ ટેબલ, બરાબર. ટેબલ નાઉન, કેવું ટેબલ? તો કે બિગ ટેબલ. બિગ શબ્દ પોતે એડજેક્ટિવ છે. તો એડજેક્ટિવ સાથે જો તમારે ઇનફ વાપરવું હોય તો પોસ્ટ પોઝિશનમાં મૂકવાનું, એટલે કે એડજેક્ટિવની પાછળ મૂકવાનું. પણ તમારે નાઉન સાથે ઇનફ વાપરવું હોય તો એ હંમેશા નાઉનની આગળ મૂકવાનું, એટલે કે પ્રી પોઝિશનમાં મૂકવાનું, પોસ્ટ પોઝિશનમાં મૂકવાનું નહીં. ઇઝ ઇટ ક્લિયર? Is it clear?
Done, sir.
Yes, Raj. Understood fully?
Yeah, sir. Done.
Okay. So write down the rule. Write down the rule. If big is used with noun, if big is used with noun, it should be in preposition. It should be in preposition. But if it is used with adjective, if it is used with adjective, it should be in post position. It should be in post position. Therefore, in above sentence, it should be big enough. It should be big enough. Yes. What was the next sentence? What was the next sentence, please?
She is too smart to cheat.
Manali, you speak, please.
She is too smart to cheat.
Okay. Now, yesterday, I explained you the structure. What was the structure? Here it should be quality. Here it should be action. Okay. Now the problem is what I explained you, that this quality is so much that this action cannot be done. આ ગુણ એટલો બધો છે કે આ ક્રિયા થઈ શકે એમ નથી. કોના દ્વારા? This subject, by this subject. Is it clear? That was the explanation yesterday. Now here something is problematic. Now how will we translate it? First of all, how will you translate this sentence? Tell me. How will you translate this sentence? Jignesh.
તે છેતરવા માટે ખૂબ હોશિયાર છે.
Not exactly. How will you translate it? First of all, even though it is a wrong sentence, grammatically incorrect sentence, but you translate it thinking that it is not wrong. The translation will be like this. even though it is wrong sentence. તેણી એટલી બધી ચાલાક છે કે તેને છેતરી શકાય નહીં. Now this is the translation. Now the problem is here is the quality smart and the quality is of she, okay, and this action is not by she, this action is done on she. I repeat, તેણી એટલી બધી હોશિયાર છે કે તેણીને છેતરી શકાય એમ નથી. Now action of cheating is not done by she, action of cheating is done on she, and therefore the problem is here it should be the passive structure. The sentence should be she is too smart to be cheated. If this action is done by subject, then it should be in active. If this action is done on subject, then it should be in passive, means to be cheated. I give you one more example. Okay, this is the correct example. She is too poor to donate. તે એટલો બધો ગરીબ છે કે એ દાન કરી શકે એમ નથી. તો દાન કરવાની ક્રિયા કોના દ્વારા થવાની છે? he દ્વારા. પુઅર ની ક્વોલિટી કોની? he ની. તો ક્વોલિટી પણ સબ્જેક્ટ ની, આ ક્રિયા પણ સબ્જેક્ટ કરવાનો. પણ જો આ ક્રિયા આના દ્વારા થવાને બદલે આના પર થતી હોય તો તમારે અહીંયા પેસિવ વોઇસ રાખવું જોઈએ. એક્ઝામ્પલ, it is too jammed to be opened. It is too jammed to be opened. It means this door. This door is too jammed to be opened. આ ડોર એટલું બધું જામ થઈ ગયું છે કે આપણે એને ખોલી શકીએ એમ નથી. અહીંયા ક્રિયા આપણા દ્વારા થવાની છે, ડોર દ્વારા નથી થવાની, ડોર પર થવાની છે. એટલે ડોર પર થવાની હોય તો તમારે અહીંયા પેસિવ સ્ટ્રક્ચર રાખવું જોઈએ, અને ડોર દ્વારા ક્રિયા થવાની હોય તો આની જેમ એક્ટિવ સ્ટ્રક્ચર રાખવું જોઈએ. એટલે ટુ વાળી અને ટુ વાળી જે રચના છે એમાં જે બાકીનો પાર્ટ છે જે એક્શન દર્શાવે એ બે સ્વરૂપમાં આવી શકે, એક્ટિવમાં પણ આવી શકે અને પેસિવમાં પણ આવી શકે. જો આ ક્રિયા આના પર થતી હોય તો અહીંયા પેસિવ સ્ટ્રક્ચર રાખો, એટલે કે બી વાળી અને ભૂતકૃદંત વાળી રચના રાખો, અને આ ક્રિયા આના દ્વારા થતી હોય તો તમારે હંમેશા એક્ટિવ રચના રાખવી. Is it clear?
Done, sir.
Done. Aditi, Madhvi, is it done?
Done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Harshid, Hitesh, Chanvi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next example. Next example. What was it? Next sentence. What was it?
In Diu, I met many foreign people.
That I explained you that foreign people should not be used. It should be foreigners. Next.
I can't agree with your proposal.
Okay, that is also done. Next.
My spectacles is broken.
Okay, that I also told you that spectacle is always plural. It should not be singular. Okay. Okay. So today we have almost covered so many kinds of sentences in common errors. Some errors are related to prepositions, some errors are there which are related to tenses, some errors are related to the speciality of the subject, speciality of the verb. Some errors are related to the singularity and plurality, but this is not all in all. It is just the fraction of the whole chapter. It is just a part of the whole chapter. The whole chapter is very long. If I do, if we exercise every day 10 or 20 sentences about the common error, yet it will take at least 1 or 2 months to complete the whole chapter of common errors. But unfortunately, we cannot have that much time. We cannot allot that much time for the same chapter. So we will have to stop here. Our first chapter, and that was about the common errors, and now we are moving to the next point. Okay, and before we go to the next point, let me just just time pass, just to get introduction from you, and to get details from you, and to know how much can you speak, how much can you write, what is your problem, is vocabulary problem, is grammar is your problem, what is your problem, what exactly is hindering you, what exactly is obstructing you from speaking, from writing, that I would like to know. And for that purpose, we have now a special kind of exercise, and that exercise should be done by each and every one of you. Either you will raise hand or you do not raise hand. I will speak your name and you have to speak. Okay? And you have to speak in Gujarati. So not Gujarati, but only in English. And the exercise I tell you is in a quiz form. How should you do that? I will explain you. Now, this is the example of the quiz, who am I? If I ask you 3 questions, that I am a tomb, હું એક પ્રકારની કબર છું. I was built by ancient kings. પ્રાચીન રાજાએ મને બાંધેલી છે, અથવા તો મને બાંધ્યો છે, અથવા મને બાંધ્યું છે. I am in desert. હું રણ વિસ્તારમાં છું. Who am I? And you have to answer. Okay, this is the example of quiz prepared by me. You have to create your example. Each and every one of you create one example with 3 sentences. There are 3 sentences. Okay, and the answer is, what is the answer of this quiz? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me what is the answer of this quiz, this question? Kashyap.
It should be mummy.
It should be pyramid, not mummy. Mummy is in the pyramid. Mummy is not a tomb. Mummy kabar nathi. Mummy is a dead body. Okay, so pyramid is the right answer. Okay, there is mummy in the pyramid. That is different thing. But the answer cannot be mummy. It should be pyramid. So answer should be pyramid. So every one of you, I request you just write down 3 sentences. Only one quiz. You have to prepare only one quiz with 3 sentences, and your all the sentences should start with I, as I told you that I. Okay, so and then you have to ask, who am I? And I will ask your fellows, your classmates, And if nobody is able to answer your question, you have to answer your question. So I give you 2 minutes. Please prepare at least one quiz with 3 sentences. Okay. The most important thing that you have to do is do not write such sentences which can make your quiz very easy. Okay, if I say that I was built by Shah Jahan, then everybody knows that it should be Taj Mahal. So do not add such sentences which can make your quiz very easy. So make it little difficult, but not too much difficult. But do not make also too much easy. Okay, so I give you only 2 3 minutes. Please write at least one quiz of 3 sentences. Your time starts now. Yes, one thing I forgot to tell you is that it should not be about place only. It can be about a person also. It can be about an event also. It can be about a city also. It can be about a mountain also. It can be about a river also. It can be about anything. It is not so that it is only about the buildings or places. It can be about anything. Yes, are you ready? Are you ready?
No, sir.
Okay. I give you 1 more minute. Let us start from Jignesh Tank. Jignesh, your turn, please.
Yes, sir.
Please
Hello.
read your quiz, please.
I am celebrating my success of my life, healthy and fit life. I am healthy person. I am absolutely fit. Yes, sir.
I think you misunderstood the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
I think you did not prepare a quiz. It cannot be a quiz. It is something else. Now,
Okay.
if I ask you what is the answer, then there cannot be one answer. There can be more than so many answers. So you haven't created a quiz actually. You have created something else.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. Kashyap Gajera. Kashyap.
Yes, yes. I have four legs, but I can't walk. You can sit on me. So who am I?
Okay, you have prepared only two sentences. I have four legs, but I cannot walk. You cannot sit on me. Okay, two sentences only. So it would be difficult to answer. I request you to add one more, please. Kashyap, add one more sentence.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Miss Kaju Dorokia. Miss Kaju Dorokia.
I am a network. I was built by any person. I am in world.
I am a network. I was built by one person and
I am living all world.
I am in whole world.
Hmm.
Okay. Anybody has answer of this question that I am a network, I was built by a person and I am in whole world. Can anybody answer this question?
Yes, sir.
Say.
Internet.
Yes.
Internet. Okay. The answer is internet. It was comparatively easy. So I request you to make it little difficult. Okay. Payal.
Sami?
Payal.
Okay. I am a cricketer. I was a ticket collector. I am the only captain to win all three ICC trophies.
Okay. And answer everybody knows is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. When you said that I was a ticket collector, then your quiz is over. As I told you that do not add such sentences which can make your quiz extremely easy. Okay, so there will be no level of difficulty. So make it little difficult so that we can think for a while and then we can answer. Nitesh Parmar. Nitesh.
Sir, I
Yes.
am a king. I am a lives in wild.
I cannot hear you clearly. Please say it loudly.
I am a king.
I am a king.
I am lives in wild.
I could not understand the sentence. That is the problem. Parak Yasraj. Parak Yasraj.
Okay, yeah, sir. I am an electronic product which is very costly. I was built by a people live in America. People feel very better and satisfied when they use me.
Okay, I am an electronic item. I was invented by Americans and I make people happy. Is it air conditioner?
Yeah, sir.
Then what is the
So,
answer?
sir, apple.
Please say loudly.
Sir, apple.
Okay. You said that I am an item. You should say I am a company. Okay. Apple is not an item. Apple is a company.
Yeah,
Okay.
sir.
So the way you asked the question was a little bit problematic. Okay. You should said I am a company that produces electronic items. Then it is okay. Okay. But you said that I am an item and it is produced by Americans, and that is why there was a problem. Yes, Manali. Manali. Aditi.
Hello, sir. Manali here.
Yes.
I
Say.
am very colorful. I get my food from flowers. I live where acquiring a food becomes easy.
Okay. I am very colorful. I get food. I get my food from the flowers. And what was the third sentence?
I live where acquiring a food become easy.
That sentence is little problematic. Can you explain it? Can you make it very simple, please? The two sentences are okay, but the third one is little.
I live near jungle area.
Okay, I live in a jungle. Okay. So I am very colorful. I get food from flowers and I live in jungle. What is it, please?
Sir, a butterfly.
A butterfly can live in society also, in city also.
Sir, that's why I wrote no that acquiring food from flower becomes easy.
Okay. Okay, it will do. No problem. Anyone else? Devanshi, Hardik, Harshit.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yes.
I am a stepwell. I was built.
I am. First sentence, please say loudly.
I am a stepwell. I was built by a queen. I am in Gujarat.
I am.
I am in Gujarat.
I am in Gujarat. I was built by a queen. And what was the first sentence?
I am a stepwell.
Stepwell. Okay. I am a stepwell. I was built by a queen and I am in Gujarat. Very good. Anyone has answer?
Rani ni Vav?
Rani ni Vav. Okay. The name itself said that the name itself suggests that it was built by Rani. Okay. So and stepwell means wow. So the answer was very very obvious, very easy. Anyone else? Trupti. Kanda Trupti. Kushali Chawda. KJ Parmar, Mahavir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, say.
I am using in indoor games. I have 64 places to visit. I usually move in L shape.
Will you repeat it slowly and loudly?
Yes, sir. I am using in indoor games.
I am being used in indoor games. I am being used. I am not using.
Okay.
I am
Okay.
being used in an indoor game.
And second, I have 64 places to visit.
I have 64 places to visit and
I usually move in L shape.
I usually move
In L shape. L.
in L shape. I usually
Yes.
move in L shape. I usually move in L shape.
Sir, I
I
think it's
am being
horse.
used. Yes, Manali, what is the answer?
It's horse.
It is?
Horse.
Is it right, Mahavir?
Some in no.
What
I
is your
think
answer?
Hathi, chess, no.
In for chess is a knight.
Okay, in chess it is a knight.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
it is not horse. When you are using the terminology of chess, do not say it horse, but
Yes,
say
sir.
it knight. When you are using utyu, do not say utyu. In do not say camel. When you are talking about chess, you should say bishop. You should say bishop. Okay, and we call it in Gujarati, we call it wazir, but in English it is not prime minister, it is queen. It is queen. So the terms of terminology of chess in Gujarati and terminology of chess in English, they are totally different. They are not, you cannot translate directly from one side to another side. Yes, very good. Yes, Ruchita Rathod. Ruchita Rathod. Yes, Ruchita Rathod.
Sir, may I try?
Yes, Aditi.
Sir, I have never stay full.
I have.
Sorry, I never stay full. First.
Hmm.
Second, I have a dark side. Second.
Hmm.
Then third, I have footprints on me. That is third.
I have footprints on me. I have dark side, and I never stay full. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Shadow. It
Okay.
is shadow.
No. No.
Is it shadow? I have a dark side.
No,
I
sir.
never. Then what is the answer, Aditi? Say.
Sir, moon.
Moon. Okay, so I never stay full. Okay, it increases and it decreases. It wanes and it waxes. So moon wanes also, moon waxes also. It increases, it decreases, and I have shadow also. Okay, the answer is right. Okay, so anybody else now? This is the final. If anyone wants to tell his or her quiz, this is the last chance. This is the last chance. Anyone?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Agravat.
May
Madhvi?
I?
Yes.
Megha.
Yes, Megha.
I'm a small and sneaky chap.
I am?
Small and sneaky chap.
Hmm.
Sometimes I'm brown and sometimes black.
Hmm.
Added to hot oil or ghee, I spread my fragrance all around. Who I am?
Okay, you should speak some loudly. I could not hear you properly because the audio is very low. So please speak little bit loudly so that I can repeat it.
I'm a small and sneaky chap.
Small and
Sneaky chap.
that means
Hello.
yes. What is that word? I could not hear the last word.
I'm a small and skinny chap.
Okay, will you please on your video and show the notebook in which you have written the sentences? Please on your video, on your video and show me the sentences that you have written in your notebook so that I can read them directly, because audio is not, very audible. Audio is problematic and therefore I cannot hear you properly. So if you can on your video and show the sentences that you have written on the note in your notebook, then it would be easy.
Network problem.
Okay, no problem. We will
Can I?
hear you later on. Okay. So today's work is over, and as I told you that this was just, I want to know how many of you can dare to speak. I want to know how many of you can speak grammatically correct sentences, and I want to know how many of you can create a quiz that is little bit difficult, so that I can also understand how many of you have general knowledge. That was my purpose for this exercise. So for today our work is over. Again we will meet tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Anything you want to ask, you can ask. We have last 1 minute. If you want to ask anything, please ask. Anything? Anything you want to ask?
સર બીજો કોઈ ટાઈમ નથી ને આનો એક જ ટાઈમ છે ને?
As I told you yesterday that we cannot change the time because time is fixed by CCDC, not by you and me. Because
ઓકે
even you know that this time is not suitable for me, but I cannot change it. Okay, and yet I will talk to the CCDC people tomorrow when I visit them, and if it is changeable, then we will try to change it. Okay, that is the that is from my part. Okay, anything
Sir,
else?
sir,
Yes
if
Manali.
our friend doesn't able to register, then can he or she join now?
Okay, that is we have to ask to CCDC, because they, if they do not send the link, okay, it would be difficult to join. But I will talk to the CCDC people, and I will tell them that those who still not could not get registered, please accommodate them, please welcome them, and get them registered. Okay,
Sir,
so
then our friend has to ask CCDC directly for the same.
okay, why not? Why not? They should ask directly to CCDC people. Okay,
Okay,
so that the problem can be solved on the spot.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else want to ask anything? Okay, so let us make it over here and say goodbye to each other, and we will meet tomorrow. Goodbye and have a nice day.